Peace FM 104.3. Who to meet Taki?
Entertainment reviews here.
Hey, good afternoon. Efi, how are you?
Man, I'm good. And you?
Okay, everything is good.
Okay. Right. So, maybe they actually you who some of the videos and the photos UK party in the park. I understand that this is the 16th edition. Yeah, toss by ye edunsia moye ni mebo Dennis.
That's correct.
Okay. Right, so as organizer, Baka say senior modisi mani so senior mo pese bia dwumedie no beko sa pepepe na koma mo ana anko no senior bia na mo hwe say na timam.
Akwesifuni bibi, this year no has been the most difficult year in hosting the 16th edition of Ghana Party in the Park. So let me say because of the pandemic, the whole world is facing. There was a lot of obstacles in our way. There was a lot of hurdles in our way. But, with the Almighty God, we managed to make it. Another thing, sir, is very important, sir, for you to know, sir. Our event was the first event post-COVID in the United Kingdom in terms of since the government is giving the go-ahead for 19th of July, which we call here Freedom Day, for outdoor events to start happening. So we were also faced with a few challenges in terms of, the right things to do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that, Wouldn't we be? In fact, what a lot of people don't know, but I'm about to reveal to you, our event actually got cancelled on the 20th of July, which is exactly 4 days before the event.
4 days na event na basho.
Yes.
Why na cancel event
It came from above. When I mean above, the senior authorities, government.
UK government.
UK government, and that was on the basics that everybody attending the festival or everybody who planned to attend the festival had to have a COVID test or have to prove within the 24 hours before the show that they have a negative test. Now, wouldn't be, it's impossible to do that because some people are not only just coming from United Kingdom. Plenty of people came from Ghana. Some came from Holland. And we all know the situation in UK. You have to have a minimum 10 days self-isolation. So if let's say the people coming from Ghana, you have to stay indoors for 10 days. However, you have the option to do what almost say early test release. So within 5 days, if you've tested negative for COVID, then obviously you could come out. But wouldn't be the whole process, the challenges facing this particular event in terms of the democrats to make sure that we do all the right things, have the right protocol in place, make sure that our artists are in town at the right time, they observe all the necessary UK protocols was difficult. But for them to let us know on the 20th of July, exactly 4 days to the event, that this event cannot go ahead because government guidelines is stating.
But Dennis, this event was well publicized. Just I'm sure the UK government, the necessary. I know a few things about for person organize event to UK. The hurdles that you have to cross. I'm sure, and this is the 16th edition. And then you decline. How come, if the authorities say be on by cancel now? 4 days to the event, how na menti as a chima drink akra. You said, is it normal him say bebaso?
Okay, let me explain to you. I'll take you further back. Original date for Ghana Park in the Park was the 10th of July. Right? That's the date that we've got. However, because of COVID, UK lockdown restrictions was eased, right? Not fully eased, was partially eased on the, I think there was a date in July which the UK government, Boris Johnson, made an announcement for the road mapping towards full lockdown ease. However, the date he released was the 19th of July as the UK lockdown release date. which automatically means the 10th of July, which the festival is supposed to take place, cannot take place. And see, we now went back to the authorities to say, look, because of the announcement the UK government has made, the 10th of July will be affected. Can we have another date after the 19th of July? The only available date they had for us is the 24th. Now, in terms of all the necessary guidelines, all the making sure we cross every T's, every safety aspect, we've been doing that. That doesn't change because the event planning, we start as early as January. So it's not saying we wait till 24th. No, it takes 6 months to plan.
Okay.
However, because of the UK government change of dates, which is very crucial here, well, original dates that the UK government moved the lockdown restriction was to the 19th of July. Automatically means that the 10th of July cannot happen. So we then went back to the local council, London Borough of Enfield, and they managed to fix us in for the 24th of July, which is not a problem, which is good. However, on the 19th of July, the UK government made another announcement based on the new lockdown restriction, which says that outdoor events, including football matches, right, has to have all of these criteria in place. Now, that's only giving us a 4 days turnaround time. We cannot do that. And say anybody who's even going to get the jab, yes, take the minimum. If you have the first jab, you have to wait for another 6 weeks to take the second jab. Therefore, all the 5,000 or so people who have bought tickets, majority of them will not pass through this requirement. So we got the information the following day to say, look, they're not satisfied that everybody who's going to come to the festival has been vaccinated fully, or to prove that they have a negative requirement, a negative.
Diana Moye ya mutimi sisa UK government na dream ma omuma mo kwan ma moye.
There was 2 things that we did, and again, I have to say a big thank you to our legal team as well as Enfield Council. It was down to common sense, and then I think sometimes there's been a lot of challenges, but common sense won in terms of someone said before that with 4 days left, we're giving us this information. How do we get this message across? Yes, we have ticket sales, advanced ticket sales with people, but how do you tell somebody that you are traveling from Ghana? You leave Ghana on, say, Saturday, the 17th of August, of July, to come to make sure you're in UK to make your 5 days self-isolation to get your early release. And then we turn around and say to you, you've got to make sure you got a double vaccine done.
But okay, about common sense, name of the GAT team, meaning, sir, I've seen videos, I think your team paid a visit to the Ghana's UK High Commissioner. Papa Usu Ankuma. So in terms of Avia, High Commission, oh,
they did a lot. That's what I'm trying to say. I can't come out and say everything, but the Papa Usu Ankuma did a lot. The UK High Commissioner did excellent. He helped us with the legal side of things as well. And then we had a team that represented us on the Thursday before, which I think, to be honest, was the 22nd. So our legal team, the local authority, health and safety, the police officers, they all met and just came up with this common sense. Look, we're going to let this festival go ahead. Let's make sure all the necessary protocols are being observed. And, I think that was the best thing we could do at that late hour.
Okay.
But the challenges was high, very, very high.
Yes. Did it affect meaning if the news got out there, it's okay, event in Christ is going to be cancelled, now my cancel. Did the information get out there? I'm on 40, affect patronage, Senator?
Yeah. Oh, me probably. You know what it is? These things, as much as you want to keep it silent, somewhere along the line it comes out. But to be honest with you, as up to the Thursday, we've had over 1,800 worth of refunds. Of course, it doesn't stop there. Something to happen.
I see.
Something to happen. What happened was that on the first day, we had the weather for London, which says 90% rain and thunderstorms on Saturday. That too was another challenge whereby, as you know, it's an outdoor festival.
So bad weather.
Bad weather was even another bigger problem. So majority of the people were even asking for the refund. So the uncertainty surrounding festival was so huge.
My ticket. You almost see Dennis Musan for ticket. You can find
Come and see people. You know, UK, you request for your refund. You have to give the reason why for your refund. It's bad weather. And you nobody else. You know, most of the weather is going to be bad. I'm not coming out. The weather is going to be bad. So when you're UK for, you know, so at the end of the day, you have no option.
GSK, for my tickets, come on.
Yes. So, and see, all of that was there. On top of that, we are then in a serious meeting with Papa Oson Command, the people at the High Commission, as well as the local council, trying to say, you better not sort it baby out. But the customer, you know, is always right. Here, you have to give them the refund. So far as they're not happy, the customer is always right. You can never challenge the customers, and so we have to give refunds. So,
and I heard you say it's almost about 1,000 plus. Sana, okay.
Over 1,800 worth of tickets was refunded back to people.
Wow.
Yes, over 1,800. And to be honest with you, as I sit down here, there's still people asking for refunds because they didn't attend the festival.
No, a lot of people. One by M4.
Okay.
One by M4. Dennis.
I know my rights. You know, I know what you're saying. I know my rights. It's like maybe we bought a ticket to go to a football match, and the football match is taking place. Whether we turn up or not, you know, it shouldn't be the problem. But people, every reason, you have to, you know, listen to what they have to say. Which, look, we love the community. We're doing this for the community. And so if they want their refund, it's fine. You know, but a lot of people, again, is because they were not too sure whether they're going to be requested to show a COVID passport or they're going to be asked to do a test on arrival, which the instructions was that we were to do that. Now, to do a test at a large event is impossible. Did with the European Championship, making sure that we had 6 weeks notice to make sure that all our attendees have this necessary information. They have the option to say, look, if you are going to come to this festival, make sure you got a COVID passport or make sure you've got a negative test within the last 24 hours. That would have been fine. And that was our position towards our legal argument against them. If they give us a 6 weeks notice, that's not a problem. But on the 19th, you come up with this announcement, and on the 20th, you want us to implement it. It's impossible.
I see.
We cannot implement it to people. I mean, it's impossible.
I see. And we ma enyama mu yedi. But issue back where I'm say yeti ya no so yedi hon komo pese uchechim kakrama said most of these artists are modi omo efi Ghana koi Kofi Jama Kweko Flake Yal Talk say fa Amrado Kwabna Kamido King Promise Akodi Mr. Jude yantiase ane say omo managers no omo anka ho artist nko am e bi kra ka se o artist sisi o ma ye pa omo tu kwan am mfa omo managers nko ne ka ho e ba ne sen na artist no nko na tu kwan managers nka ho Dennis.
Okay, let me explain it, BB. First of all, it's a very good question. Thank you for asking that question. What I will say is to all the artist management and all the labels, first of all, allowing the artists to travel without them. Also, the artists that couldn't travel, based on the fact that we didn't get them the necessary documents in time, TD, Kwame Eugene, Kofi Kenata, also links management to everybody. We want to say, apologize to you, we're sorry, but also want to say thank you for showing support in allowing your artists to come and perform on our stage. What happens is not the artist management's fault. It's just what you call requirements. There's certain requirements that you need to do, as you know, just to be able to allow you to travel, which we don't have control over. With the time frame and the dates we've got, we couldn't turn it around. We did everything possible, everything that we had to do to make sure all the artist management, including the DJs, some had DJs that wanted to travel as well, to be able to travel. As I even speak to you today, some of the artist management, their decision regarding to their documents to travel has not even been taken yet. It is still pending at the embassy. So it's just a matter of, documentation rather than us not wanting them to travel. No, it's a matter of
impression say bia who say emfaso or managers in so and yes sir, but it was purely document and crata sem no nema basa.
Purely documentation. Like I said to you in the beginning of this question, I thank them first of all for agreeing for the artists to travel, because let's be honest with ourselves, most of these artists is their first time traveling. It's always good to have their management there or somebody to support them. We gave them the decision. Look, guys, we fully understand your position. It's up to you to make the decision. And they all agreed for their artists to travel, and they were happy with it.
I see.
But it's only purely because of documentation. That's the reason why. Nothing else.
Right.
We want to support them. We want them to also support us. And moving forward, there's a few, lessons that we've learned. But everybody should put things in mind. So it's a new era we're all in. We're all now trying to adapt to doing things with COVID in mind. We are still in a pandemic, so we all have to learn. And moving forward, some of the experience we've learned is a discussion that we're going to sit down with some of the artist management and record label. When I come to Ghana, we're going to sit down and discuss it so that we could be able to learn from these little mistakes.
Okay.
There are mistakes.
Okay.
There are lessons that need to be learned. But everybody should also understand that we are in a big pandemic and not everything could be done the way it used to be done.
Okay. That's Papa Dennis, and I also have to say kudos to the team, because just as you indicated earlier from the beginning, sir, this is the first event. Post-COVID, when your event can say in UK, and yeah, easy. I myself a part of the Ghana Music Awards USA, and some of the difficulty the document because of the COVID nama event outside Nina no she impo Ghana hanum say organize difficult. So kudos to the team, say at least you're able to pull this one off despite the challenges I'm gonna go through, Dennis.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate the time, and hopefully we speak again, and we want to say thank you.
Sure. Thank you very much indeed too for your time, Dennis, and wish you well.
This FM 104.3. Good to meet you.